Welcome, everybody, to In the Matrix channel. We've got a special show for you tonight, broadcasting live out of the QArmy Plus Discord server. Shady, come on in here.
My brother.
Oh, man, I'm doing really good. I'm kind of excited. We've been learning a little bit about the comms from Serial Brain 2, LK Dark to Light, dUp, and Poussant have a special show for you all tonight, being broadcast live out of the QArmy Discord Plus server. So if you want to join into the Discord Plus server, you can join right now with, what is it called? The join button down there. And in the link, you can join the Discord Plus server and hop in and check it out. So Shady, what do you think?
Well, I think that everyone tonight, this is going to be very interesting. You guys, I'd like for you to just sit back and kind of pay attention. It might be a little bit hard to follow here and there, but pay attention to what they're trying to explain to us. We got a nice group of people over here in the Discord, and some of them are going to be posing some questions and stuff towards the end, but I think this is going to be quite revealing for any of you out there who are interested in how the numbers and the letters connect.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So here we are. We're in the Discord server right now, Shady. You want to hand it over to Poussant and dUp right now? Let's do that. What do you think?
All right, let's do it.
All right, Poussant, introduce yourself and then introduce the infamous dUp, if you will.
Hi, I'm Poussant. Glad to be here and glad everyone's here with us. And dUp is... I don't even know what to say about it. I am dyslexic, and he made me able to see what's going on with this gematria. So with that.
Well, thank you, Poussant. I am glad to be here, serving at the pleasure of Donald J. Trump and Michael Flynn, and of course, QArmy. So glad to be a part of it, and I thank Shady and Matrix. And guys, I think we should get started. And Okay, well, I was actually bedridden for 6 years, and I was going through a research program, living infused with ketamine because I have a condition called RSD, reflex sympathetic dystrophy, and it kept me laid up for years, and I wind up falling in love with watching YouTube constantly and learning. It was a great distraction. And started following Zachary Hubbard, and he was teaching this letters and numbers, and he wound up writing a book, and there was just so many things hitting in normal life, just normal numbers coming up constantly over and over and over, that I knew there was something out there that was different and bigger that we weren't being taught, like gematria. Was his gematria teacher, and Trump actually put it in his book on page 188, which we'll go through tonight. But it's very impressive to see. I mean, he's done everything by the numbers, and per Serial Brain 2, we're in a numbers war, and I just focused on learning this and focused on learning it, trying and trying. Had weeks of getting things wrong. Still not perfect. It's something that takes courage and intuition. You have to be able to be wrong, because you're not going to be right 100% of the time. It's something that takes a little practice, and once you get it, you get more comfortable with it, and you can see how the president uses it, how it's used in QDrop, how it's used under the pictures in the Q drop sometimes, which we'll show tonight. It's truly an amazing practice. Now, it is a mysticism of the alphabet using numbers. And I'll just do fair warning out there. We are here to expose this practice. We're not practicing this practice. We're just doing this practice tonight. All right, QArmy, tonight we come together to learn QComms and convert ourselves from QComm seekers to QComm speakers.
All right, we're back live. Sorry about that. Go ahead, dUp.
QArmy, tonight we come together to learn QComms and convert ourselves from QComm seekers to QComm speakers. No longer be in the dark. What I'm going to show you tonight is what I've learned from Serial Brain 2. He is very busy decoding constantly, putting this out. This is really hard to teach, but I'm willing to give it a try and do my best at it and see how schooled up we can get QArmy on this and the gematria. See, we were taught to read letters and words, and the occult used symbols and numbers. There are 9 numerical digits, and the alphabet has 26 symbols, which they have assigned a number to each one, like A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is in a Q drop, guys. So they believe God spoke the world into existence through numbers, letters, then words, worshipped in that order. Numbers, letters, and words. So they hold numbers the highest. Now, from LK's Dark to Light video with the Serial Brain 2, we understand Cult 93. If you type in Saturn, it equals 93 in the gematria calculator. Saturn is the keeper of time. They use numbers. They worship numbers. In time, there is no letters except AM and PM and Eastern and things like that. They worship numbers. And they do it with deltas, time deltas between dates, important dates, their birthdays, anniversaries, things like that. They also have in the Q drops R equals 18. Now, if you do A, B, C, D all the way through, R equals 18. It was a second confirm from Q. But we're going to start off with Q drop 504, which is my area code, so it's fitting. We are talking directly to this board. Learn our comms. And that's what we're here tonight, guys, trying to do, is trying to learn our comms. And we're doing that through studying Serial Brain 2's work and figuring this out with a plus minus 1200 rule. We're going to start with timestamps before we get into gematria. I wanted to go over timestamps, which is a way that POTUS is pointing to Q drops. So when POTUS does a tweet, if he does it at 1:04 p.m., that's 2 Q drops he can point you to. Either Q drop 1:04 or you add 1200 like military time, and you would be at 13:04. In the picture I have here shown, Serial Brain 2 pulls the Q posts 13:05 and 13:03. I brought that in because you have to stay on your toes and be ready for anything. This is not as easy as people want to make out to be. We're going to go to expand your thinking and how to continue the the pointing of POTUS and to show how it all works in. All right, guys, the next one is a Cyril Brain 2 decode, and he's got all capital letters. And in fact, before we go on, let's go over the timestamp sauce and do a straight up. So a straight up timestamp was the 104 that we're showing here. Now the plus 1200 is a 1304. Now that's your second Q post. Now if the tweet is in a thread where there's two tweets back to back and ... and they connect in a thread, you would use a 2400 rule, which we're going to show in a following slide. We're going to show the timestamp on this one and also the capital letters for the gematria in a word jumble. Cyril Brain 2 used a word jumble and capital letter gematria, which we're about to talk about on how they're sending out code to all of us. And of course, to foreign dignitaries, to Cyril Brain 2, to people, there's more than just QArmy looking at this. This is a worldwide movement. There's multiple groups. And if you watch Cyril Brain 2's T-Method video, you'll learn that there's a group that has been knowing all this since August of 2018 and didn't share any of it. They've went underground. They've hidden the T-Method from us. They've hidden gematria and timestamps. Cyril Brain 2 is the one showing it to us. You got it. Are they moving? All right. Thank you, man. Thank you. And we're going to the 2400 rule right here. We have a slide and we're just touching on the timestamps, guys, before we get to gematria. This is showing the 2400 rule. This is not about gematria. This is just going to the 2400 rule. If there is a thread, you can see this was at 5:30 and 5:31, ... This goes right to, or no, this is two 5:30s. I'm sorry. And this goes to post 2930. You add 2400 to the 5:30. All right, guys. Now this is expand your thinking. This is the follow through on the timestamp sauce. When you first get your timestamp, like we got in this one, we have 935 plus 1200. So we
scroll.
Oh, okay. So plus, can you see that, guys?
No.
I'm scrolling. MGA Gem Class 32820. I'm moving right now, buddy. Is it moving? It's not.
I don't know.
I'm moving it right now, and it's not scrolling up or scrolling.
I've been doing it the entire time. Pardon us.
I am scrolling down, brother. Nope. Okay. We'll just follow with me. We're at that one with 2400 rule, the one with the white and the black, the one Christian pulls underneath the Cyril Brain 2 decode. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Second one beneath one that's up right now online.
We're on the 6th slide with the ones with the priest. Just let me know when. All right. Now, if we're at that one with the priest with the Nazis, I'm gonna just.
Hold up. That's where I'm at. I'm scrolling it right now.
I am too. Yeah, just go to the 6th slide.
No. Now you are. One more. One more.
All right, guys. Sorry about that. We're all just trying to work the kinks out, guys. This
Perfect.
is our first go around. Bear with us. Okay, so we have at this timestamp, POTUS tweeted out 8:35 my time, Central Time. Now, the main thing with timestamp sauce is you have to convert it to Eastern Time. POTUS is the one giving out the code. So he's in Eastern Time. So when you go to do this, you need to be in Eastern Time. You can see on this sheet, I converted it to 9:35. I pulled in Q post 9:35, check to see if it's relevant. I took plus 1200. I pulled in Q post 2135. When I got to 2135, I noticed number 198 and the date 9/7/18. And when I went to 198, I see expand your thinking, reread crumbs. Now, I'm also looking at the date 9/07/18, and I think to myself, well, if we take the zeros out and I mirror it and I get 1879, let's see what happens. So I pull in 1879.